Why, hello. Let's read a book. I've got my reading glasses. Let's get it on. Wow, this camera really makes my hands look gigantic. My hands are so big. Ducktales Webby saves the day. Let's see. Am I on page 1, 2, 1? Donald Duck was away on a trip. Huey, Dewey, and Louie went to stay with their Uncle Scrooge McDuck. A few days after Donald left, the boys wrote him a long letter. See, there they are, writing. That's a long letter. The boys wrote, "Dear Uncle Donald, we hope you are having a fun trip. As soon as we said goodbye to you, our adventures began." Ooh. The letter told how Scrooge's helicopter had nearly landed on them at the dock. Oh, look at that. See? Helicopters coming down and they're covering their heads because they're afraid they're going to get squished. The pilot was Launchpad McQuack, of course. He picked up Scrooge and the boys. Soon they were on their way to Scrooge's mansion in Duckburg. Launchpad was good at flying helicopters. See, there's Launchpad. He's up flying that helicopter. But he was not so good at landing them. Oh, look at that. He is not good at landing them. "Look out," yelled Scrooge. "You're going to land on my house." "Don't worry, Mr. McD," said Launchpad. "I don't land on houses." Launchpad was right. He didn't land on the house, but he did land on Scrooge's fountain. Look at that fountain with the big squirty fishes and all that. That's kind of fun, right? Huh? All right, Huey, Dewey, and Louie looked around. They were worried. What will it be like here? The boys wondered. The mansion looked more like a prison than a home. That is not what a prison looks like. Prisons don't look like that. "Remember, boys," said Scrooge, "no touching, no playing, no running, no anything while you are here. This is my butler, Duckworth. He will see to it that you behave properly." Oh no, the boys thought. This place is like a prison. Look at that, there's Duckworth. This is not what a prison guard looks like. And the doors don't just open in a prison. But anyway, back to the story. Huey, Dewey, Louie, I think. Something like that. And there's Uncle Scrooge. McScrooge. Duckworth gave the boys their suitcases. Then the boys went up to their rooms. Look at that, going up to their rooms. The boys unpacked their toys. "This place isn't too bad," said Louie. "There's lots of room to play games." See, look at that, on his skateboard. They got tennis rackets, tennis ball, unpacking the clothes, baseball bat. That right there, that is a skate. You strap those onto your shoes. And how old is this book? Sweet Mary Todd Lincoln. This book is 1988 and 89. Huh. The next few days were not easy for poor Duckworth. He was used to serving tea. He was not used to keeping up with 3 playful boys. Look at that, skateboarding while playing tennis and hockey, and he's kicking a soccer ball. And there's Duckworth. Duckworth looks a little stressed out. He looks really bothered by this. One day Duckworth went to see Scrooge. "It is not my job to look after boys, sir," said Duckworth. "All right, Duckworth," said Scrooge. Scrooge picked up the phone. Scrooge called a job agency. "Send me a babysitter right away." Actually, I think he... But I don't know how to do that very well. "Send me a babysitter right away. She must be used to handling wild boys." Scrooge hung up and said, "Don't worry, Duckworth. Help is on the way." Duckworth doesn't look ruffled, does he? His feathers don't look ruffled. He doesn't have feathers, but his feathers don't look ruffled. The next day, Mrs. Beakley arrived. Her young niece was with her. Oh, look at that. She's like a chubby pigeon or something. I don't know what kind of bird she is. My name is Webby, said the little girl. Do you want to play? I have my jump rope with me. Jump rope, yelled the boys. Jump rope is a girl's game. Wow, this was definitely not written in the last couple of years, huh? There's the Huey, Dewey, Louie. There's the girl. Huey, Dewey, and Louie were wild boys, but no wilder than most little boys. Miss Beakley had no trouble with them. Look at that. There they are, fooling around like boys do. And then coming down the banister handrail, and Mrs. Beakley is scrubbing those filthy little boys. Mrs. Beakley soon had the boys neat, clean, and behaving like perfect gentlemen. There they are, perfect little gentlemen, all sudsy and dudsy. Oh no. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, there lived 3 bad characters who were not gentlemen. They were burglars called the Beagle Boys. I'm hungry, said one Beagle Boy. What's for lunch? Nothing, said another. We have no food. We have no money either, said the third. Oh, look at that. The Beagle Boys are short on cash and big on whiskers. It's time. Oh, what are we waiting for? Asked the leader. It's time we visited the mansion of Scrooge McDuck, and we should do it when he's not at home. The Beagle Boys got their tools. They climbed into their car. Nothing made the Beagle Boys happier than taking things that didn't belong to them. Because they're a bunch of thieves, man. So here they are. They're trying to figure out, what do we do? We're all hungry, and we don't want to have jobs. We're marginally employable. And then down here, they're like, hey, I got an idea. Let's go to Scrooge McDuck's place and take all of the stuff that he got. And then they're like all excited because now they're going to go climb walls and break stuff and on their way to go steal stuff. And then here they are, jumping into a perfectly good car that, well, it may not be theirs. So here they are. The Beagle Boys parked their car near Scrooge's mansion. Then they hid behind some bushes. There they are, behind the bushes. That's not the car that they rolled in on. Look, the leader whispered. Scrooge and his butler are leaving. As soon as they're gone, the coast will be clear. Okay, so Scrooge is getting ready to take off. Burglars chuckled as the limousine drove away. They did not know that 5 new ducks had just moved in with Scrooge. So here they go. Here they show up. They're getting ready to go take a whole bunch of stuff. The burglars forced open a window. Come on, said the leader. Scrooge will be gone all day. We can fill the car with McDuck's money bags. If we had a truck, we could take everything in the house, said his friend. That'd be one really big truck, but okay. We'll let that slide. Upstairs, Webby was in the boys' room. Are you going to listen to music all day? Why don't we play? Webby said. We'd rather listen to music, said Huey. We can't hear you. Go away. They've all got their headphones on, big over-the-ear, 1980s style headphones. It's always the same, thought Webby. I can't do a girl duck either. It's always the same, thought Webby. They won't play with me because I'm a girl. Suddenly, Webby heard a strange noise. It sounded like heavy footsteps. The noise scared Webby. She hid behind an old suit of armor. The footsteps got louder and louder. They came closer and closer. Webby saw 3 shadows coming up the stairs. Oh no, thought Webby. That's not Scrooge or Duckworth. Who can it be? No, all of the adults left the house. They left the kids to mind themselves. So here they are, listening to music. Webby comes in. Webby ran back to the boys' room. There are strangers in the house, Webby said. We can't hear you, said the boys. As Webby came out into the hall, she saw the Beagle Boys leaving. Look at that, they grabbed all kinds of loot. Webby thought, Aunt Beakley is outside and can't help. The boys can't hear and won't help. I'll just have to stop these burglars myself. Webby got Louie's skateboard and marbles. She rolled them at the burglar's feet. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you guess what's going to happen? Can you guess what's going to happen? No, say it out loud. Say it out loud. She's throwing the marbles and the skateboard. That's right. Oof, 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 oof. The Beagle Boys didn't see the marbles and the skateboard rolling toward them. Before they knew it, they stepped right on the toys. Yow! Yelled the Beagle Boys. Their feet slipped out from underneath them. All three burglars crashed to the floor. The suit of armor fell on top of them. Woo-wee! I didn't catch the suit of armor. Right there, fell right on top of them. Ooh, that suit of armor had a great big axe, too. Let's see if that axe... That'll teach you guys, said Webby. Webby quickly tied up the Beagle Boys with her jump rope. Look at that. She's so fast, there's like, it's like there's 4 of them. The boys' music was loud, but the noise in the hall was louder. Huey, Dewey, and Louie ran out into the room. Gosh, shouted Dewey. Webby caught the Beagle Boys. Look at that. They're all like totally blown away. Girl power. She's playing with an axe because, well, you know, she's really feeling it. Just then, Scrooge came home. Mrs. Beakley was waiting for him. Scrooge saw a big mess and said, "Have those boys been making trouble again?" "Mr. McDuck," said Mrs. Beakley, your good boys saved your house from burglars." "No," said Huey. "Webby did it all herself. She outsmarted those crooks." "Well done, Webby," said Scrooge. Look at that. See, they're coming home from a hard day's shopping. There's a big mountain of junk. And then there's Scrooge McDuck congratulating Webby, and the boys are so kind and thoughtful. And everybody's super impressed. The police took the Beagle Boys away. The burglars were very embarrassed because they had been caught by a little girl. Look at those embarrassed little burglars. So sad. So embarrassed. "You're not so bad, Webby," said Huey. "How about playing with us?" asked Dewey. "We could go roller skating," said Louie. "Maybe," said Webby. "And then we could play with my jump rope." Oh, look at that. See, she's kind of hassling him. She's got a little doll. I wonder if she's going to try to get them to play with the doll too. Anyway, that is how Webby saved the day way back when in 1988 and 89. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you later. Bye.